Tonight on Connecticut's news station, the search continues for a New London teen swept away by waters at a popular beach just over the state line.
Once again on the weather watch for heat, humidity, and the threat for strong storms. We'll time them out for you.
And staying cool along the river.
It was as good as a carnival ride, if not better.
Families taking advantage of tubing that reopened just in time for the hot temps.
It's a story you'll only see on Fox 61. Controversy at the quarry. I'm Matt Carrot reporting in Seymour. You'll hear from residents why they claim powerful blasting is causing damage to their home.
Plus, the death of a beloved pastor leaves a community in mourning.
Pastor Jackson was such a beacon of light to so many in this multicultural community for the past 25 years.
A look at how he's being remembered tonight.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the news at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. We begin with an update out of Westerly, Rhode Island, where first responders have officially suspended the search for the 15-year-old boy from New London who was swept away in the water at Dunes Park Beach late last night.
Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc has been speaking with officials about the decision to call off the search.
Now, first responders involved here tell us the decision to suspend the search for the 15-year-old boy wasn't an easy one. Many of them parents themselves, and though the official search is over, they tell us they won't stop looking for him just yet. Anyone who knows this water knows you can't always trust it.
And that's all it takes is a quick second.
Todd Sterling from Lisbon was here Thursday night when the water took a turn for the worse. He was surfing near Dunes Park Beach when he noticed a group of kids were in trouble.
I saw a young girl pointing into the water, and the last thing I saw were hands up in the air and a body go under the water.
That was around 7:15 p.m. Police say there was a large gathering with family and friends. They believe the boy was playing catch with a football on the jetty and may have lost balance, getting swept away by the current. For the rest of the night, firefighters, the ambulance corps, the U.S. Coast Guard, and Westerly Police did everything they could to find him.
We initially tried looking for the subject, help with the lifeguards, and we just weren't able to.
The survivability factor decreases dramatically with every moment that passes, obviously. And last night, some very significant weather rolled through the area as well.
The Coast Guard sent a 45-foot response boat out of Point Judith, a helicopter from Cape Cod, and divers. They suspended their search at 3 a.m., went back out this morning, and called it off late this afternoon. But they're not giving up.
I'm going to have assets on the water from Coast Guard Station Point Judith in this area throughout the weekend.
And so will police and fire, doing everything they can to bring the boy back to his family.
I'm a parent, and it's absolutely devastating. I mean, it's awful, but I don't think it hasn't sunk in yet for them yet.
My heart goes out to the family, just seeing the devastation in their faces while they were crying, looking out in the dark at the ocean, wondering where their child was.
Now, police say, though this is a recovery effort, they'll continue to search for the boy tonight and tomorrow morning with ATVs on the ground, drones, and even throwing some boats in the water. We are in Westerly. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Julia, thank you. And a Bridgeport teen is dead after a water rescue in Newtown. Police say the 17-year-old was swimming with a group of friends in the Housatonic River near Silver Bridge Road, I should say. Officers were called to search for the teen when he went under and did not resurface. He was eventually found and taken to a hospital where he later died. Police have not released the teen's identity at this time.
All right, we are in a weather watch alert as we head into the weekend. The heat continues and we have another chance of rain.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now with the deets. Rach?
Yeah, this time around, the showers and storms are going to wash the heat and humidity away, so they will make a really big difference. But yes, once again, feeling like up to triple digits when you combine both the heat and humidity. And while there is a chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm in the morning, the afternoon and evening is the main threat, especially between 3 to 9 p.m. There will will be a line that comes through, locally heavy rain, thunder, lightning, and there could be damaging winds in the strongest storms that end up developing, but certainly not every town getting severe weather. We'll be watching the radar very closely, though. Heat advisory in effect right through the day tomorrow. Again, for the reasons that I just outlined before, I actually think it gets even more humid as we head through the day tomorrow. You'll see some showers and thunderstorms here through Pennsylvania. These start to get closer to us as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. And while most of them fizzle, I can't rule out, again, an isolated shower or rumble of thunder first thing in the morning. Temperatures right now in the 80s to around 90 degrees, but feels like the 90s all across the state, again, from that heat-humidity combination. Overnight lows will dip back into the 70s as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. And tomorrow, after that isolated shower chance, we'll break for sun. It will turn warm and humid, and then we'll watch for that line of storms to end the heat and humidity. Your full forecast, including those changes for Sunday, coming up.
Okay, Rachel, thank you. Well, the sizzling temperatures continue today, making it feel close to 100 degrees out there, but that's not stopping people from enjoying this humid weather. In fact, a festival just kicked off in West Haven, and that's where we find Fox 61's Carmen Chow right now. So, Carmen, how does it feel out there right now? And hopefully you're drinking.
Well, it's about 6 o'clock right now, and normally the heat starts to go down in the evening time, but it is still just as hot as it was this afternoon. But I'm starting to see some small crowds gather here for the West Haven Savin Rock Festival, which is pretty much equivalent to Connecticut's Coney Island Fun. Temperatures hitting the 90-degree mark in New Haven County, people near and far choosing to spend it in their own way. For Denise Kundry, a West Haven native, the beach is her home, one she visits all the time. The heat, not much of an issue for her.
For me, I'm not that worried. I worry about my mom and other people who have breathing issues, so for them, I hope they're staying inside.
We all try to avoid cooking at home in the summer, so Kundry finds another way to eat.
I'm trying to make cool meals, something easy like the crock pot, so it's not heating the kitchen.
Others think it is too hot for the beach. Robert Blake taking a trip from Madison to check out the row of food trucks instead.
I got one of these mango drinks, which I haven't yet to try, and a tostadas. Just kind of taking it easy. I'm retired, so I don't have to. I have an air-conditioned car.
Not everyone has air conditioning, and the fan is their only option.
I'd rather be at the beach, tanning.
But instead, he is in this food truck for 10 hours, making sure his customers are happy.
And we just trying to maintain a lot of liquid, try to keep cool. That's all we could do.
Yeah, I certainly give a lot of credit to everyone who has to work in this heat, of course, including my fellow reporters and photographers. But if you want to check out this festival, it's happening until 10 o'clock tonight and again tomorrow starting at noon. Reporting in West Haven, Carmen Chow, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Carmen, thank you. It still does look nice out there. We have some developing news right now. DJ Hernandez, the brother of Aaron Hernandez, now faces new federal charges in addition to the state charges against him. Hernandez was arrested by Bristol police last week after making several shooting threats against universities, including UConn. Now, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Hernandez is charged with interstate threatening and stalking offenses. According to this complaint, Hernandez made threats against someone on Facebook, making multiple statements threatening to carry out a shooting at UConn. The complaint also says he made multiple Facebook posts threatening to harm or kill 3 people who live out of state. Hernandez is now in custody. He is expected to face a judge for his state charges on Tuesday.
A Connecticut man has been sentenced to federal prison after Homeland Security found millions of child sex abuse pictures and videos on his computer. 67-year-old Richard Smith from Southington will be in prison for 12 years after agents discovered an Excel spreadsheet full of explicit files, including infants and toddlers. He was previously sentenced for sexually assaulting boys in 1990 and 1998. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which helped with this investigation, got 32 million reports in 2022. And they say it's likely there are many, many more that went unreported. To make a report, you can call the number or go to the website on your screen right now. Disturbing.
Well, new tonight, a former Tolland High School teacher will spend 10 years behind bars for sexually assaulting a student. 43-year-old Chris Coffey was arrested in April after police say he engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a student at Tolland High School from 2014 to 2015. Coffey was an English teacher at the high school at the time.
Local leaders calling for the passage of the Kids Online Safety Act after the bill passed unanimously out of committee yesterday. It looks to empower young people and parents with tools and safeguards they need to protect themselves online and would hold big tech accountable for harmful things to kids. Officials saying the bill is necessary to keep everyone safe.
Our children and our families need our help, and the status quo is not sustainable. And we know that. And every single day, it's the wild, wild west out there for our kids.
Senator Richard Blumenthal introduced the legislation in 2022. It now heads to the Senate floor.
Well, tonight, the Stamford community is still mourning the loss of a beloved pastor who was hit and killed by a Stamford police officer this week.
Reverend Tommy Jackson's loved ones saying today that they are searching for clarity. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin spent the day in Stamford speaking with police on what happened.
Today, both Stamford and Connecticut State Police addressed the accident for the very first time in person, saying that every resource available is being used to find the answers that everyone here is desperately searching for. Reverend Tommy Jackson was checking his mail when he was hit and killed. Once known as a vibrant figure, now known as a beloved Stamford pastor and community leader, gone too soon.
Pastor Jackson was such a beacon of light to so many in this multicultural community for the past 25 years.
He was hit by Stamford police officer Zachary Lockwood, who was headed to a nearby unrelated call.
Officer Lockwood attempted life-saving measures on Reverend Jackson on scene until medics arrived and was transported to Stamford Hospital, where Reverend Jackson succumbed to his injuries.
Now two families feeling the heartbreak of how quickly things can change.
Our community is shaken due to this tragic accident. Commissioner Jackson and her family, Officer Lockwood and his family, and the Stamford community as a whole.
Officer Lockwood is currently on paid administrative leave, which is standard procedure. But as the investigation continues, Jackson's loved ones say they're feeling a mix of confusion and grief.
And today, he's not with us. And it's sad that he's not with us. An untimely death. But I believe that God has made room for him.
The only ones that know what happened is them and God. And so we'll see how it plays out. But there's no anger.
I've had the privilege of being in relationship with them for now 27 years. And so we're deeply saddened.
Individual is being held this evening at 7 p.m. at the Government Center for anyone who's looking to pay their respects to the Reverend. And this investigation is, of course, ongoing. State police say they are the ones officially handling it, and they will be releasing details as they can. In Stamford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.